I'm Eric.
And I'm Hayden.
And this is behind the song, Let It Burn. Let It Burn was a cool little track. I started off with that beautiful, like, acoustic
I remember.
thing, which was, it was just dark and eerie. And I remember I was sitting up on my balcony, and I don't know, I've always loved like those dark, creepy riffs that just kind of creep up on you.
Yeah.
And I came up with that first thing. It was just dark and eerie, and it just made me feel like this certain emotion. As we were writing this record, it's a concept, so we kind of had the whole theory of what each song was going to be about. And we knew that we were missing something that's like an intro that really is going to start the whole record. So it's like this song really starts off just carrying you through a real progression from the softest vocals all the way into the end, which is just this crazy epicness, which is kind of taking you into the darkness and trapping you towards the house of glass.
Yeah, and I remember you actually sent me a video of the initial riff that carries out throughout the song. And when I heard it, I was like, oh man, this is pretty cool. So I knew I heard something just based off that first riff that we can make something pretty cool. So this is what we got.
And that acoustics basically just looped through the entire song. So as you can see here, it's literally the same exact thing over and over. I think there is like chord progression somewhere.
That's how cool it is.
Yeah. And then just at the end, it's just strummed out.
Yeah.
Once we get over to here. So we had the main acoustic, then we had a secondary acoustic. So it's just really raw. Like, and that was something we just I wanted something. The acoustics are just that emotional factor, those chords, the minors, they just really kind of carry that emotion, and they're carrying the weight, kind of taking you along on that direction. So that's really the only two little
it's a very cool
acoustics.
Yeah, it's a very cool like Spanish sound.
Yeah, kind of is, isn't it?
Spanish vibe in there. But again, back to your Alice in Wonderland-y type thing. Like it's kind of a cool little riff to kind of start you off and carry you on.
Looks like we do have an acoustic guitar bus. So it looks like there actually is more acoustics. I didn't realize that. We got a rhythm acoustics. What are these?
Oh yeah, some chords.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty sick. There's a lot of acoustics in there. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of guitar work in here, but we felt like it was needed to fill out some space. So it sounds pretty good. It sounds good.
It carries it. Let's go ahead. Let's mute. Let's check out some of the instrumentation.
Yeah.
Start hearing from like the second verse. I love those guitars.
Super cool. Love that kick too. It feels like a heartbeat almost.
Yeah. I just love it because it's like, it's anxiety inducing.
It's building.
Yeah, it's like when you think of it, it's like going with the lyrics it's taking you into the darkness and kind of taking you into that unknown.
Yeah.
And like that kick, it really, like, that's what I was going for, is I was really trying to make it something that, like, that anxiety feeling of heading down that dark path.
I think it was captured pretty well.
Yes, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. I want to hear a whole crazy strings and all that stuff going down there. We do also have a piano going through the whole track.
That's right.
It's very faint. Like in the song, you can't really hear it, but it's there.
It's a submarine.
Yeah. Sonar, dude.
Sonar.
Let's just get like the orchestra. We essentially sidechain everything to the kick itself. So that way sidechaining is once a certain sound plays, and for us in this instance, it's that kick drum, since it's so prominent and carrying and driving that beat, it ducks everything else. So for myself as producing this is just kind of ensuring that that kick is staying alive, staying afloat, even with such drama.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
on this orchestra portion, like surprisingly, I was trying to go for like Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, like I was thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean, and I
Yeah.
was like, man, like I want something that's really just
Epic. Like,
dun, 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 dun.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, it's sick.
just
It's
wild
awesome,
in
yeah.
there. It's just evil.
It's like a movie.
Yeah. Add the guitars, bass. Evilly.
Yeah.
We got Hayden ending lead.
Ooh, there she is.
Let's solo that out real quick.
Yeah.
So one thing about Hayden and I, Hayden's always been the lead specialist. That's why we call it the Hey Daddy.
The Hey Daddy Special, yeah.
That's our text threads for the last 10 years is always me being like, dude, I need the Hey Daddy.
Yeah.
But the dude absolutely kills it in terms of leads. I know that literally any track that I have to have a lead on, the guy's gonna absolutely crush it. So having him come up with these leads, they're just freaking awesome. That's why you'll hear basically on this whole record, they're almost
Yeah.
at the end of every single track.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
But
epic.
let's check this out. That's just sick.
Sick.
I just love it, dude. It's like you got the spring.
Yeah. No, it works. Typically, I'll come in and start working on some leads, and we'll work on them together. And then we came to this point. So usually we just, I'll sit here. Eric will play the song, the track, a couple times, and take me like 30 minutes to an hour just to solidify a lead that I like. And then we just track it, and it's pretty much good to go from there.
Comes even quicker than that.
Sometimes
Like that's yeah.
Or actually, yeah, like could be at most 15 minutes sometimes.
Yeah. Well, what's a lot of times is I'll sit here, already have a track or something kind of going. By the time Hayden gets here, and then he'll sit in on the session, listens in. Then by the time it comes to actually playing, he already has an idea.
Yeah.
From what he hears, and then he'll start playing, and then both of us together, we just kind of like work through. And like I let Hayden just take the lead, but then I just sit here and I'm like, hey, like cool, like dude, oh, try this, try this, try this. And it's just a great partnership of being able to be like, oh, like how can we make the best product possible and the best song possible?
And the workflow it's just quick. Like
it's
we'll
butter.
just bounce things off each other. You just like try this. I'm like, okay, cool. And then oh, awesome. Then we'll just take it from there, and then boom, done. So it works great.
And that's why it's so fast. There's no ego involved.
Oh, no.
It's literally just what's the best? Hey, try it. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And like I said, like 10, 15 minutes, and we could just have whole leads done.
Yeah.
Like
full
it's
song,
awesome.
30 minutes to an hour. Guitars just done like that. And then we're on to the next.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good work thing we got going.
Oh, those are sick.
Yeah, the creepy vibe.
Did I write those or did you?
That was me.
Oh, I was like, I don't remember. That's sick.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
I love it. It's literally just a cinema song.
Yeah, it just complements everything.
Yeah, it all just feels like cinema. Oh.
Ooh, the ring outs.
That's cool. It's like we like leaving stuff a little bit raw. Like you can hear some frequencies in the back and static.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome. So for this, what we did is we just strummed out the regular single notes on the root note, so on the 1. We don't have a baritone guitar or anything that we use for it, so we actually just ran it as an octave down. So we just used a pitch shifter, dropped it an octave, fixed the formant on it, and that allowed us to just get that crazy, super heavy tone. Which that honestly, it just helps it carries just that evil darkness.
Dark,
which is awesome. Then, so the drums, taking you guys through this, of course, we just have the kick. So, of course, just sample over and over.
That like Taiko sound.
Yeah. Nice little war drums.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of that repeated over.
Yeah, pretty simple, but that's all it really needed.
It just sets the mood, and it's like, it's not about having the most complex pieces on every single piece. It's all these little things tying together into one to create something. It's like a painting. It's every single track is essentially a paint stroke. So it's just kind of dialing it in and kind of trying to get it to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to do too much on certain parts. You kind of want to leave things open, especially the way we work. Sometimes Eric has a melody, a vocal melody, where we'll start with that and we'll build the song around that. I think this one in particular, you had the vocal melody and the riff, but once we got to this part, we already knew we wanted to build it up fairly big. With that in mind, we wanted to leave it open for Eric's, you know, grand vocal finale at the end of the track. So you kind of want to keep things open, simple, and that's what we were doing with the drums here, with those war-style drums.
So this whole record was essentially a throwback to our younger years. So I kind of wanted to go back into my old style of production, which was I always basically wanted a song or some atmosphere underneath and underlaying every single aspect of the track. Through the entire track, actually, we had wind gust. We even had embers from fire to simulate like the burning. So through the whole track, that's like on our transitions is using thunder. And instead of just using normal effects, it's like, hey, what's real life things? Like cinema, what is it that could be like, oh, this is a portrayal. It's like, oh, there's thunder. You know, there's the wind that's dark and eerie. When you feel that, it's like there's it's that darkness. It's trying to capture it into a sound. And that's like what's so cool and like what's so beautiful about this. It's like you just get taken to a whole new world.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then like at the end, we have like embers burning.
The fire.
Yeah. So it's like being sucked in. It's pretty sick. So we ran through, so that's basically the instrumental. Yeah, just sounds so cool.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So if you haven't noticed, one thing too, after you're actually looking at our sessions, I didn't clean these up at all to get ready for this video. So you can actually see every single cut that is made to quantize items, to put everything perfectly on time. And again, not perfectly on time, but I like to move things so that way they're as close to the exact feeling that I want.
Yeah.
So like as we look at the vocals and stuff too, we can see all these different takes of them blending and moving together. We have our automation set up. So here's like a H delay that I have for some throws. So let's go ahead. It's that solo this out. It's the time to choose to be left inside a mindless space, allergic to the truth. It's the fear. See the throws here. Oh,
Open your mind. Just don't close your eyes. Let it take control. Just don't.
Beautiful voice.
Beautiful. Beautiful, man. I didn't go too crazy on the vocals here. Oh, it shows I have some harms to the chorus.
And let it burn, and let it burn down, and be rubber, and let it burn. Just
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah. So on this one, it should just, like, generally should just be a 3-part harmony. So it's just going to be the main, then we have a third and a fifth, generally, or the fifth or the seventh is going to be the upper, then we'll have like a third down or maybe a fifth down. But I generally like just do a basic 3-part harmony on specific parts, sometimes dual part in the verses. Then one trick, like how I kind of showed here, is I do run the lower octave. Sounds like shit, but all I'm doing is I'm just taking a send, sending it over to the new track, pitch shifting it down the octave using Little Altar Boy, and then using it to just fill up that lower end space to just add beefiness in thickness to the actual vocal.
and be reborn.
So there's that, but then as on the verses, we see we have more harmony stacks right down here.
Buried in regret. I gave you time to
very
change,
faint.
but now you're just another flows through your veins. Now you're out of time, empty, black and I.
Very faint, barely hear him.
Empty, black and I. It's me.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, they sound very nice.
Yeah, the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some.
That's so cool. I don't think I've ever heard the vocal soloed out for the majority of the tracks.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, and with harmonies, I mean, it just makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Where they're needed in specific spots.
That's why it fills it up, and that's why, like, the harmonies are there outside of the chorus because they're prominent in the chorus, but for the verse themselves, it's adding little things in the background, subtleties that we use to add a little bit more character and flavor to an actual track.
Right. Yeah.
So that's just like it's just that extra sauce.
Yeah. Super cool.
Everything for you guys who are curious, some of the gearhead people, I know myself, as I used to grow up watching these types of videos, I always wanted to know the types of gear they were using. If you're curious about the vocal chain was a U47 into a 1073. You could use a warm WA47 if you want, or even a WA273 or WA73 if you want to use the warm audio stuff, or you can get the real deal. That stuff's expensive. For you don't, you can do the same thing with the warm audio. Now vocal chain is still 47 to a 1073 into a WA1B. Pretty straightforward.
We use the Fender Tele.
Yeah, it's just basic standard Telecaster.
Yep.
Everything was just run straight DI into our 1073.
I think it was UA for the electrics, right?
So we used the Dream 65 for the cleans, which gave us that nice little Fender tone, and then for your lead, we still did actually use a Dream 65.
But I think we just threw some reverb and delay on it.
Yeah, so we actually, it looks like we cranked out the volume as well as the boost, but then we have just tons of different effects going on there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, like I'll go ahead, like I'll show you guys actually what it looks like. All right, that's there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take off all the plugins. So that's just the straight raw tone. And then what we started off with was we did a LA2A that were hitting about 7 dB of compression. The reason I ran a compressor directly straight into the plugin itself was I wanted to capture a little bit more attack on the way in on the actual guitar notes, so that way it was a little bit more prominent in transient as it was going into it. Then we went straight into the Dream 65. Then from there, we hit 2 EQs. We hit a Infinity EQ by Slate. We also hit a RIA EQ, which is a Waves plugin. So I got rid of a bunch of the crap frequencies, so you can hear before and after.
Sounds so much cleaner.
Yeah. So I got rid of those terrible frequencies.
Yeah.
Just did subtractive EQ. I don't really do any boosting EQ. It's primarily just subtracting. Then we threw an H delay on there, as well as a distressor, and then we hit it with a limiter. Now it sounds sick.
Yeah. Fix my terrible playing.
Yeah, and then from there, just the final steps of everything. Again, I just do a side chain. So just going from the kick to the actual track. So every time the kick goes, it ducks it. And then I just slapped on another reverb, and that's it. That's it.
So you use that mic for tracking the acoustic riff, right?
Yeah. So everything that was done through here now was using the 47.
Yeah.
And then the guitar that was actually used was my crappy little Taylor GS Mini. I don't have a nice acoustic at the moment. I did just buy another one, but you gotta use what you get.
Yeah,
like it's things, you can create music using cheap stuff. You don't have to have the absolute best of the best to make things good. Just you have to be good at your craft. And that's why I've always been a firm believer of like, hey man, like there's nothing stopping you from making a good record. As long as you're creative and long as you put the time in, whether you're a producer like me and a songwriter to doing this, or a guitar player and a songwriter like Hayden, is being good at your craft, putting the hours in, putting the time. Don't worry about the gear. If you're good, you can make things sound good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can make it work. And then in time, the gear and the nicer stuff does come.
Yeah.
So Let It Burn is out everywhere right now. So make sure to go stream it, go check it out, go view the music video, and make sure you guys share it around TikTok, do some cool things, send it to your buddies. And we hope that you guys enjoyed this.
Thanks, guys.